Hi everybody, this is Diana from Sweet y Salado, and today I'm making a recipe that I make at home at least once a month, and that's how to make cinnamon rolls. I used to buy them at the store all the time, and then a while back I decided to make them on my own, and I was surprised to see how easy they were. The link for this recipe is going to be available at the end of the video and in the info box below. First, we're going to activate our yeast, and for that we need some warm milk that is not too hot, not too cold, and at about 110 degrees Fahrenheit is just perfect. To the warm milk, we're going to add our yeast, and we're also going to add a little bit of sugar. We're going to let it sit there until it's activated, and once it's all nice and frothy and foamy, that's when we know that our yeast is ready. Then we're going to add 1 egg and some melted butter. And then we stir everything together. Then in a large mixing bowl, we're going to add some bread flour. You can also use all-purpose flour, some sugar, and salt. And we just need to stir it really well. Then we're going to make a hole in the middle. We're going to add our egg mixture. And then we're going to mix everything together with our dough hook. We're going to start mixing at low speed. And then we increase the speed to medium, and we're going to mix it for about 5 to 8 minutes or until our dough is nice and smooth and elastic. That's how we know when it's ready. If you need to learn how to make this by hand, you can visit sweetsalado.com, but all you have to do is mix everything in a bowl and then put your dough on a well-floured surface and then just knead by hand for about 5 to 8 minutes. And the way you knead it is you just pull with the palm of your hand, you fold in, and then you keep doing the same thing. You pull, fold it in, pull, and then fold it in. Once our dough is ready, we're just going to shape it into a bowl, and we're going to put it in a large container that has been greased with a little bit of oil. We're going to cover it with plastic wrap, and then we're going to let it rise in a warm place for about an hour and a half. The way I let it rise is I just turn on my microwave without anything in it for about a minute, and then I place my dough inside where it's nice and warm. In the meantime, we're going to make our cinnamon sugar, and for that we need brown sugar and cinnamon. And all we have to do is just stir everything well until there's no lumps in the mixture. You can also use your hands if you want. Once our dough has doubled in size, we're going to take it out of the container, and we're just going to gently punch it. We're going to flour our surface. We're also going to flour our rolling pin, and we're just going to roll it flat into a 12 by 14 inch rectangle. It doesn't have to be perfect. I never make it perfect, so don't worry about it. Just make sure that the longer side of the rectangle is facing you. Then we're going to add some softened butter. And our cinnamon sugar. And we're going to leave about an inch from the edge that's opposite from you. And then we're going to press the sugar into the dough with a rolling pin to make sure that it sticks. Then we're going to roll up the dough and we're going to start with the edge that is closer to us. We're going to shape it into a log and then we're going to cut it in half. We're just going to mark it and then we're going to cut it. We're also going to cut off the ends. And then we're going to cut each half into thirds. These are pretty big rolls, but if you want smaller rolls, you can cut each half into 5 pieces or 6 pieces each. Then we're going to place our rolls into a 9 by 13 inch pan that has been covered with parchment paper. Make sure you leave some space between the rolls so they can rise. We're going to loosely cover them with plastic wrap. And we're going to let them rise in a warm place for about an hour. After an hour, they're nice and big. We're going to bake them at 350 degrees for about 30 to 35 minutes or until golden brown. And then all you have to do is frost them with some cream cheese frosting. And to make the cream cheese frosting, all we need is some cream cheese and some butter. We're going to add them to a large mixing bowl. And then we're going to beat them at high speed for about 2 to 3 minutes or until they're fluffy. Then we're going to add some vanilla extract and some salt. And all we have to do is just mix for about 2 to 3 more minutes. Then we're going to add half of the amount of the powdered sugar. We're going to start mixing at low speed and then increase it to high and mix for about 2 to 3 minutes. And then we're going to add the rest of the powdered sugar. We're going to mix this for a few seconds, starting at low speed and then increasing the speed. And then we're just going to scrape the sides of the bowl, making sure that all the sugar is incorporated. And then we're going to mix for 2 to 3 minutes at high speed. And then we're just going to frost our cinnamon rolls, and we're going to put as much frosting as we want. And that's your recipe for making one of the best cinnamon rolls you'll ever have. If you enjoyed this recipe, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. And if you want to check out the recipe with all the ingredients and measurements, you can click on Cinnamon Rolls Recipe. Don't forget that you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, and Google+. Thanks everybody for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye, and buen provecho!